How's Mark? Congratulations on a good summer and great results in this test. How would you assess the summer? It didn't come without challenges, thinking the first test against New Zealand probably, and also losing a lot of frontline players for this test. But how would you assess that performance over the summer?
I think it was a good summer from where we were. And, I think we're still learning. We're definitely not a completed side yet. I think we had some challenges along the way. We had some times where we played very good cricket. We had times where we played some competitive cricket. We had 1 or 2 bad games. Just think of the first test against India, the first test against New Zealand. There may be reasons for those games being like that, but I think for me the good part was that we learned our lessons. We spoke about those mistakes we made, and we've grown a lot in a short space of time. And the results, the results have been good as well. So I think all in all, a successful summer.
Photos.
Hi, Mark, well done. Just Dean was talking a little bit about the selection headache and that you face now. What's your position on that? Obviously, you've got some guys who I guess may or may not come back from the IPL. They'll come back, but I guess they may not be picked. Just where do you think the depth and the health of our cricket is at the moment?
I think it's good. I think what it has done is given us the opportunity to play a couple of other players and have a look and see what sort of players we got in our system that we can use and utilize in certain conditions. I mean, these conditions have been completely different. We always knew that the wickets were going to have more turn, especially the 2 venues that we played. So it's given guys the opportunity to come out there and play a different brand of cricket, which has been something that's been very, very good to watch. And it certainly has, as coaches, given us, that sort of look at our whole squad and the makeup of our team and given us some, as you say, headaches. I wouldn't say headaches. It's a nice position to be in. And I also think it's healthy for the squad. The guys coming back from RPL, they did go to the RPL and, sort of vacate their spots. And the one thing that is always good for a team is if there's good competition within the squad. And I think there is now. So, it's a nice position for us to be out. I think when I started, I spoke about the depth wasn't quite there through COVID. We had a look at a lot of players, and I think it's starting to pay off now. The guys that sort of left, the new guys coming in, have really played well, and it's given us some great options as coaches and as selectors as well.
Heinz and then Tinus.
Hi, Mark. Congratulations on a very successful summer.
Thank you.
Just from my side, I just wanted to ask, there's been a lot of talk about, like you've mentioned now, the depth and how you guys are gradually evolving and stuff. You've had sort of like 7 tests now to test or at least see the dynamic in that regard as well. How would you assess the dovetailing almost of your 2 leaders, of Dean Elgar and Temba Bavuma? They seem to have a really nice rapport, starting to get going, yeah.
Yeah, I think Temba alluded to in an interview just now where he said, they came in as leaders in tough time where South African cricket was, and they've really gelled together and they've sort of rubbed off on each other. They're completely different characters, but they've got one goal, and that's to try to get us back to where we should be. And that's always going to be very healthy for both squads. So I think they feed off each other, they speak to each other a lot, which is good. And you can see it in their own personal results as well. They're really in good form, and they're leading from the front. So I think, in that regard, I think both of them will probably say as well that they've still got a lot to learn, but certainly a great start. And I think we're in good hands with the 2 of them having a good relationship and sort of being on the same page about where they want to take South African cricket.
Dennis?
Hi, Mark. Congratulations on the good summer. We all know what's that the hearing and everything is coming up now. I was wondering, the last few months personally for you, has it been enjoyable to be the coach of the national team, and would you like to continue after this?
It's been tough. I've really enjoyed coaching the guys. The cricketing side of things, we've got a very tight unit together, and I've really enjoyed being around the guys and seeing their developments in their cricket. Outside that, quite difficult for me to say I've enjoyed it. That's just being honest. I don't think anyone in my situation can enjoy what's been put on my plate. But I've enjoyed the cricket side of things, and yeah, I'll leave it at that.
Colin?
Yeah, Mark, it's a bit of a follow-up on that. But as a player, you were involved in successful campaigns in England and Australia. How much would you like to be part of a successful campaign as a coach in those two countries?
I think the person that I am, I'm very competitive, and you want to judge yourself against the best teams in the world. You know, we played against the two best, you know, of recent times in India and New Zealand, and they were tough fought series, which is good because that's when your competitive spirits sort of come out, and you want to do well against those sides. You know, when I was playing, going to England was always very tough. Going to Australia was always very tough. So it would be nice to compete against them. But yeah, we'll see what happens in the future.
Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, we'll finish with Telford and Zahir.
How's it, Baj? Well done. What happens now? And we've mentioned that your hearing is coming up, but I'm interested in what happens before that. Is there a debrief? You know, do you go for a debrief with the players? I'm talking about cricket matters. Do you go for a debrief with the players? Do you unpack the way the summer's gone? Do you make some plans for the future? What happens now?
Yeah, so the plan is we'll have a personal development plan for each player. We'll talk contracts. Our coaches will sit together with them and talk about areas that you know they've been good at and areas that we feel that they can improve as well. There's obviously a World Cup around the corner as well, so we need to do some planning about what sort of team we're looking to select in those different conditions. So a lot of work to be done outside the season as well, but that's all in place, and that'll be happening, you know, hopefully within the next month.
And Zahir.
How's it, Mark? Well done on the summer. Just possibly just on Telford, what you spoke about Telford and taking for granted that you will be in England. You've got two guys in your side that are off to county cricket in the 11 at the moment. How much talks are around them to actually get them available for that series in England, considering they're not contracted to Cricket South Africa?
So he got for you.
Armour and obviously Dwan.
As far as I'm concerned, everyone is available. So I've had personal conversations with most of the guys, and they've all come into this setup sort of saying, you know, we want to play for South Africa. And, you know, if they're available to play for South Africa and we believe that they're the right guys to select, then we'll do that. I'd like to think that each guy can
for you.
Saying that if he's selected for South Africa, then we'll choose to play for them ahead of any county or franchise.